Shalnor Legends is a game that takes you back to a simpler time. The 2D 16-bit style really gives off the SNES vibe that I personally hold dear. But is the game any good? My name is Acroh and today we're taking a look at the adventure that is Shalnor Legends. The story starts off with a small cutscene where you meet the Keeper. The Keeper warns you that it is dangerous to proceed into the Sacred Lands, which is the world where Shalnor Legends takes place. After the short cutscene, you're put into the zone of Illegard without any direction or weapon. The plot progresses by talking to NPCs and reading books around the world. The story is quite good, but it does sort of lack depth and it's hard to come by in normal playthrough, so you might not know a lot of the story when you finish the game. The graphics are beautiful and the sprites are very detailed. The different zones are all very distinctive and the different environments are very beautifully portrayed. One thing that I did not like though was the animations. They were all very stiff and lifeless, and the walking animation in particular is way too slow. It looks like your character is skating around on ice all the time. Also, there is a serious lack of animation on the bosses as they kind of just float around. There are a total of 5 bosses in the game. The first one was decent, but the rest of the bosses were very boring and tedious to do. It always felt as though you were playing the first boss over and over again, but with another skin and name. The combat is also very boring, and especially the bow is very tedious to use since it uses mana. This in itself isn't that big of a problem, but because the amount of mana you use for each shot is around 1/3 of your mana bar, you quickly run out of mana and have to wait roughly 10 seconds before you are able to shoot again. The sword is no help either since it doesn't deal that much damage even if you upgrade it, and you also need to be very close to the enemy in order to hit it, which is quite inconvenient since you risk taking damage. The puzzles are also very repetitive. There are a few exceptions, but overall the puzzles are mostly different mazes filled with traps that you need to avoid. These become tedious very quickly, and it's a shame that the developer overused this gimmick instead of using the other types of puzzles that are also in the game. Taking everything into account, it is difficult to give this game a positive score. The game had a decent story and the graphics were nice to look at, although the pros were overshadowed by the cons. With the lack of good animations, repetitive puzzles, boring bosses and tedious combat, I can't recommend this game to anyone, which is also why this game gets the rank of meh. Overall, you can compare this game to a bowl of spaghetti with meatballs. The spaghetti is there, but the meatballs are absent, which all in all makes a quite boring dish. Hey everyone, Acroh here and thanks for watching this video. If you want to stay tuned for more videos, then please consider subscribing and turning on the notification bell. I really love doing these videos, so please let me know if you have any ideas or recommendations for any future videos. Have a great day everyone.